Gaming is getting better and better by the minute. It's taken over the mainstream media more than ever due to the fact that everyone is locked up and, let's be honest, basically being forced to play Animal Crossing New Horizons. I mean, as long as they don't want to fall off the deep end after being sick of scrolling through TikTok for 12 hours. With a new console generation and so much huge upgrades coming to PCs, if you have a couple grand worth of pocket change, the question of whether you should upgrade from your DS Lite to a KFC gaming console might come up. If you are looking for that console upgrade, this video is for you, and I will try my best to help you determine which waste of money is the most efficient for your mental state the rest of quarantine.
You can't do this on Nintendo Genesis.
Does.
Genesis.
Does.
Genesis.
Does.
Genesis.
Does.
Genesis does.
Get Joe Montana free, Pat Riley free, Buster Douglas free, Super Monaco GP free, or Collins free.
Genesis does.
What Nintendo?
Competition with gaming consoles has been around since the very start, and it's important to understand if you truly want to figure out why the difference in consoles even matters. At the start of gaming consoles, even though the actual games consisted of less pixels than the player's IQ, there was still a huge difference between the various systems. Things have progressed since, and the decision has only gotten harder. Just to put that in perspective, back in 2005, it was just get one screen that could play Persona 3, or get two screens that could play Cooking Mama 2 Dinner with Friends. Obviously, the big thing since experiencing eye strain from 18 to 20 pixels is the 3D graphics, which now not only give eye strain, but severe motion sickness. The reality is, the difference from the main consoles from an actual graphics standpoint is very minuscule, and you shouldn't have to worry about this when making your decision. So, yes, PlayStation All-Stars looks just as good as Sonic Mania on the Nintendo Switch, and yes, both games will cause motion sickness, with PlayStation All-Stars causing motion sickness and a little more other symptoms. Sonic Mania will simply just give you the intensified effect of the motion sickness. The point is, you shouldn't have to worry about graphics.
Please take a look at this.
Hello there, I'm Eiji Aonuma, producer of the Legend of Zelda series. I'm sure a lot of you saw me and thought there might be news about the sequel to the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild game. Unfortunately, we don't have anything to share right now.
The next thing is the games. What basically identifies a console for most people nowadays is what games it has over other systems. If you don't really like games, Xbox might be more for you, as the only decent exclusive they really have over there is Zoo Tycoon. So, on Xbox Series X, you can just enjoy watching Netflix with slightly better and unnoticeable specs than the PS5. Now with PC, it basically has every game and more except for console exclusives. So if you have some extra money, building a PC might be worth it, as you can play games, make music, edit videos, and play the definitive version of Roblox. If that isn't your thing and neither is Xbox, maybe you can head over to PlayStation, where you can actually own a physical and surprisingly playable copy of Five Nights at Freddy's. I think it's clear that with competition, as I've mentioned, the KF console definitely takes the lead here, because I'm really just not getting the feeling that an Xbox has a chicken container.
I don't know, what are you doing with your life where you have hours of time to watch Twitch and not $5?
Moving on, let's talk about the pricing. By far, the best pricing for a decent console this generation is most likely the Nintendo Switch. The only issue is that Nintendo has never heard of the words under $60 in their life. Yes, you heard me right, The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening is a remake of a nearly 30-year-old game that still costs $60. And that's a bad example. If you are willing to pay a price that typically gives you what you are paying for at a higher expense, you can definitely go with a decent built PC. For Xbox and PlayStation, I would make that decision yourself, unless you want to head over to r/console wars and listen to some loser who browses various subreddits all day tell you what to do with $500. The Nintendo 2DS Lite definitely takes the cake for this one, as you can pick one up for less than $50 and still enjoy Metroid Prime Pinball and the defining game for the system, Hey Pikmin. So now, the final question is, should you save your money and wait for the KF console's release, which so far hasn't promised anything decent except a second, smaller, and slightly more useless fridge? Or should you follow 20 plus Twitter accounts so you can get instantly notified when one of 10 new generation consoles drop at a Target 70 miles away from your house? It's a difficult question with a difficult answer, but I imagine this video made the solution a lot more simple for you. The obvious answer is to purchase a Sega Saturn from 1994. With that, you can play Sonic Jam and Shining Force 3. Thanks for watching, and have fun once you purchase your well-advised Sega Saturn. You're welcome.